Hello there, my name is Michelle King. I'm a principal planner for the City of Sunnyvale and project manager for the Moffett Park Specific Plan. The City of Sunnyvale is in the process of updating the specific plan for Moffett Park, which will help guide how our city government makes decisions over the next 20 years in this area. Please see this slide. This is the specific plan area that is under review. This exciting initiative will result in a new long-range plan that maintains the uniqueness of Moffett Park and creates opportunities to address issues we care deeply about, such as urban ecology, sustainability, transportation, housing, and climate change. I'm pleased to introduce a new video series where our team of expert consultants will share key findings from their research on the existing conditions in the Moffett Park area. The city will use their insight as well as feedback from community to shape policies and development standards in the specific plan area. Each video is accompanied by a mini survey for you to share your thoughts about the content presented in the videos. It's very important for us to hear from you to update the specific plan as it should be driven by community values. When you're done watching a video, please share the videos and mini surveys with others. This is a really challenging time, but we thank you for your continued interest in the specific plan. Community engagement related to the specific plan will continue, but for the time being, we'll be transitioning to an online format through methods such as online informational videos and surveys to gather input. For more information about the specific plan and opportunities to get involved, visit moffettparksp.com. Thank you for your time.
Hello, and thank you for tuning in to this brief presentation. My name is Tara Curtis, and I'm a Principal Transportation Planner at Nelson Nygaard, based in San Francisco. Our team has been working closely with city staff, prime consultants Ramey & Associates, and other stakeholders to study the existing mobility infrastructure and movement patterns in Moffett Park. Today, I'd like to share what we've learned so far and some of the big questions we'll be studying through the rest of the project. Once adopted, the Moffett Park Specific Plan will set transportation policy and investment priorities for the district to achieve the community's goals. And though this presentation isn't interactive, we're interested in hearing from you. Please see the follow-up survey to this presentation to inform the future of transportation in Moffett Park. Let's start with what we've learned about transportation in Moffett Park. Like all places, it has both strengths and weaknesses. One important strength of Moffett Park from a mobility and access standpoint is its location and connectivity to the rest of the city and the South Bay. The district is within 5 miles, or a short transit trip, from downtown Sunnyvale, Caltrain, and parts of San Jose. And it's within 10 miles of downtown San Jose and connections up the peninsula and to the East Bay on Caltrain and BART. Moffett Park also has a highly walkable and bikeable scale. Most of the district can be reached within a 15-minute walk. And at a comfortable biking speed, you could easily cover the whole district in 15 minutes and make connections to nearby neighborhoods, downtown, and Caltrain. There's also a great backbone network of trails serving Moffett Park. The Bay Trail is a regional amenity with connections directly to the district. The Borregas Avenue Bike and Pedestrian Bridge connects people over the 101 and 237 highways, and the Calabasas and San Tomas trails connect the area to a broader regional network. So there are some great fundamentals in place to support the movement of people in and around the district. But Moffett Park was not built for people movement. Rather, it was built to accommodate the movement of vehicles, and many of them rather large ones, serving the industrial areas and older office parks in Moffett Park. Even though we could bike and walk most places within 15 minutes, we know that it's not comfortable to do so, and we wouldn't expect people to view that as an option for traveling around the district today. Besides the wide streets and lack of continuous and comfortable biking and walking infrastructure, the underlying street network is built around large block sizes. For someone walking along the street, the experience is often unpleasant, with long stretches of inactive space broken up only by driveways. These large blocks do not support the vibrant human-scale district that Moffett Park could be. VTA's Orange Line connects Moffett Park to Mountain View, ACE commuter rail service, and all the way to BART in Milpitas. And its Fi-23 rapid route connects to downtown Sunnyvale, Caltrain, and all the way to downtown San Jose. But these services run only every 15 to 20 minutes, and because there is limited priority given to VTA services within the street right-of-way, transit gets stuck in the same traffic people driving experience. Lastly, about a third of the district's land area is programmed as parking. This generates a lot of vehicular crossing of the pedestrian right-of-way and misses an opportunity for more active sidewalk-adjacent spaces. So it's clear to us that Moffett Park has a lot of core strengths, but we have to think differently about mobility in the district for it to realize its full potential. If you're listening to this presentation, you probably appreciate the attractiveness of the Bay Area. Current and planned growth throughout Sunnyvale, including in Peary Park, downtown, and along El Camino Real, and through the entire South Bay, demonstrates this potential. So from a transportation perspective, we have to think about facilitating that growth by moving more people within the same space. It's really a geometry problem. If we simply look at space, we can move a lot more people in the same amount of space and time on transit and by supporting biking and walking. These travel modes both enable and support the growth happening in the South Bay. So for Moffett Park, we're following a hierarchy that prioritizes walking, biking, rolling, scooting, and transit. This prioritization framework is embedded in Sunnyvale's general plan. This is the policy document that guides the city's policy actions and infrastructure investments related to housing, commercial and office development, transportation, and other areas. So what do you want to see? Before the regional shelter-in-place orders, we started collecting feedback from residents and other interested parties in what the desired future for Moffett Park could be. So far, we've heard support for rethinking spaces for active transportation. This means biking, walking, scooting, rolling, and using our sidewalks and bike infrastructure. And we also see big opportunities for this shift in approach due to the district's flat, neighborhood scale, and wide rights-of-way, with ample space for a different approach to street infrastructure. We also heard support for more transit service. People understand that in order to grow, we need to be able to get more people in, out, and around Moffett Park quickly and conveniently. We're just at the beginning of this process, and to set the vision for the future of Moffett Park and develop both the policy and infrastructure approach to support that vision. So here are some things we are thinking about. I mentioned the geometry problem. This graphic illustrates very simply how transit supports the movement of people. It can move many more people when it's protected from the flow of other street users. This could mean solutions like transit signal priority and dedicated right-of-way. In Moffett Park, we'll be thinking about specifically where and how the district's strong backbone of transit could be emphasized and emboldened. But of course, these big ideas come at a cost. So we also have to develop a funding plan to ensure mobility investments accompany the growth of commercial, office, or housing in the district. Fortunately, growth generates value, and some of that can be recaptured and reinvested to support transit, biking, and walking to, from, and within the district. To just quickly build on that point, there's always a chicken and egg problem when coordinating growth and activity with transportation investments. Which comes first? We'll be approaching this problem with phasing and monitoring in mind. When certain mobility performance indicators are met, that could allow for future growth in the district. To enable growth, we have to first ensure we have the people moving capacity to support it. Fortunately, this is not all theoretical. While there's no perfect peer for Moffett Park, we can look to examples in other districts and large campuses who've demonstrated an ability to grow from office, retail, housing, university, medical, or other uses, while increasing the people moving capacity of the district, reducing the share of people who drive, and saving costs associated with the land used and construction and maintenance of parking. One example we're following is Bishop Ranch in San Ramon, which is in the process of planning the addition of housing, new office and retail and hotel space built around transit orientation and pedestrian and bicycle access. Stanford University is a more local example to Sunnyvale. In the last 15 years, it's reduced the share of people driving alone to campus from 69% to 43%, while growing campus uses more than 1% per year. Lastly, in all this, we have the new challenge of considering how COVID-19 could impact not just the course of this study, but the future of Moffett Park itself. With major tech companies announcing prolonged and in some cases permanent remote work options, and with safety protocols and personal preferences requiring more space between people in workplaces, that could mean many fewer people on campus each day, or could spread the demand for accessing workplaces over the course of the day rather than at morning and afternoon peaks. COVID-19 has also changed where and how transit service is provided and altered people's preferences for how they travel. Recent data from BART suggests transit ridership will experience a prolonged period of recovery. We're talking years, not months. But with less auto traffic during this period, more people have been using streets for walking, biking, and recreation. And in some cases, those streets are also being prioritized to deliver essential community services like testing. We don't yet know what the long-term impacts will be, but the Moffett Park specific plan can be both reactive by understanding the latest COVID-related mobility data and proactive by setting and maintaining sites on a community-based vision for the district. Thank you for taking the time to learn about this process. We look forward to working with you.